Hi, everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, but I'd like to start off by thanking Dr. Bookman for letting me record this video in advance. I'm not feeling great, and I would love the opportunity to speak to you at the beginning of the year. Thanks also to Chairperson of the Board, Doug Foyle, for being here today. We know that when you invest in revamping the elementary schools, both inside and out, especially Norwalk, right, that we needed them in order to do our goals as a school. And now we need your support more than ever. We know how important it is as a board that you feel a connection with us as educators so that you can continue to advocate for our needs at the town level. So educators, if you get a chance today, say hi to Doug Foyle, talk to our board members, and tell them what you need to succeed. That being said, my name is Kristen Basiaga. I'm a GHS physics teacher, and I've been here for approximately 10 years. I'm a mom and a gardener and a reader, and I'm also the president of the Glastonbury Education Association, the GEA. That's the union that represents all certified staff at Glastonbury Public Schools. And can we agree that it is a tough time to be in education? I can say something falsely positive like we've made it through 100% of our toughest days so far, which is true. We made it through 2 very tough years, but many of our colleagues haven't. We have educators who are struggling and ultimately leaving the profession. One of my good friends in an adjacent school district called me on August 2nd to say that she is never coming back to the classroom after having spent about a decade as an English teacher in 9th grade. So it's not just Glastonbury Public Schools, it's everywhere. For me to get up here and I guess on the screen and tell you that everything is okay wouldn't really be true. So it is not okay. And with the climate in education right now, I wouldn't want to go it alone. But there are anti-education groups out there that do want teachers to go it alone. Just this summer, I've had color pamphlets sent to my house, emails, text message, phone calls from groups telling me to drop my union membership. They make claims that unions are behind price inflation, that they're really the ones holding back the US economy. They make claims that teachers' unions are, and I quote here, government union bosses. But what I would say to them is they need to go back to school. Our teachers' unions are not government agencies. Otherwise, I'd be getting one of those sweet government pensions and healthcare packages, and I'd be able to retire in a lot less than 37 and a half years. So no, the union is not made of government officials. Hi, Kristen Basiaga, high school physics teacher here. And if the rest of the GEA leadership could stand, I know I can't see you, but if you could stand, I just want to illustrate something here. Our union is made of educators. We have Julie Vesci, our vice president, a full-time school librarian who goes between 2 schools and is my eyes and ears at the elementary schools. We have Mark Pearsall, professional rights and responsibilities chair. He teaches Latin and Greek and classics. He's a UConn professor, but he also runs disciplinary meetings with administrators to help represent teachers. We have Miles Lubin, full-time AP physics teacher, and he'll be negotiating your next contract. We have Stacy Tinker, membership chair. She's a full-time orchestra and strings teacher at 2 schools, and she takes care of all your membership questions and concerns. By the way, if you have membership questions, contact Stacy. That's Stacy Tinker. And we have Jen Chiknitis, our treasurer, a full-time reading teacher that has the fiduciary responsibility to keep your dues low while still meeting all our organizational goals. So if all the building reps and PR in our committee and negotiations team could stand up, at some point this week, when you're getting ready for students, please make sure you know who your building representative is. See if you can spot them here. You can pretend you're going on a field trip. Don't get on the bus without your building representative buddy. You can point at them. You can make it weird. It's fine. I can't even see you doing this. So one last applause for our GEA leaders. Our union isn't some nefarious outside organization. The union is made of teachers, and all year long, GEA leaders listen to you, our colleagues, and we address your concerns with whatever tools we have available, because ultimately, we're all in the same boat here. If you have a problem in your building, talk to your building rep. Our building reps are across the district building relationships with building principals to proactively solve the problems in our buildings. So, special shout out to Jay at Smith for working with your building reps and other teacher leaders about your dismissal plan last year and how to implement the 30-minute lunch schedule. Special shout out to Kent at Gideon for your considerations with teacher workday and open house for Wednesday. We appreciate that. Nancy, we're cool. Actually, Nancy brought the 30-minute lunch schedule to us first before sending it out to teachers to make sure the union was good with all the different provisions in that schedule. And throughout the year, I take district level concerns. If I hear lots of things are going on at different buildings, I can bring those to Dr. Bookman and discuss these problems. He puts up with me for like 2 hours every 2 weeks. Bless his heart. So I'm thanking Dr. Bookman also. Dr. Bookman, when you told us, or sorry, the other way around, when we told you that our elementary school teachers were being overwhelmed with ELA testing last year, you stepped in and were able to limit some of the district specific tests to take a little pressure off educators. You went to bat for the elementary schools to get that half day Wednesday throughout the whole year, even if the board won't consider doing it for this year. Members, when you told us about the horrors of dual instruction, don't worry, we already knew, but we made sure that Dr. Brookman heard about it too. And masks and tests and quarantine and social distancing, we talked about it all. In between the board, the superintendent, the administrators, the PTSO, and the union, we're all the stakeholders in Glastonbury Public Schools. The GEA, the teachers union, we advocate for you and your colleagues. Like I said, our working conditions are also our students' learning conditions. So if you want to see some of the work we've done over this summer, our first edition of the newsletter is being sent to your personal email addresses this week. Our union's work across the district helps to amplify the voice of educators so we can make our schools better, safer, and more tolerant spaces to work, learn, and grow. If you've ever wondered where your dues go to, it's to those people in this room to help compensate them for all the work they do on your behalf. So remember, now's not the time to go it alone. It is a scary time in education. I understand that. But as an educators union, we are truly stronger together. Best of luck.